This is the plaintiff, Naima Burgess. She says she loaned the defendant, a former business partner and friend of hers, money to buy more products for his electronics and clothing store. The defendant has since dodged her calls, has avoided her at all costs, and she doesn't deserve to be treated like that. After all, she's a nice person, and she deserves to be paid back the $2,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, John Justin Mayhew. He says the plaintiff wanted to be much more than friends with him and even pursued him for over a month. They did indeed become romantically involved, but once they split up, she decided all the money she put into the relationship should now be paid back by him. The woman's just mad they're no longer together. This lawsuit's a bunch of baloney, and he owes Zippo. He's accused of not treating a lady right.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
Welcome in.
Okay. Ms. Burgess, you are suing John Justin Mayhew for $2,000 in a loan that you say you made to him that he has not repaid, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
I met him before October. We became friends, but I tried to pursue him as a business partner. We became personal. He became
personal.
Personal, as in we became good friends. I was interested in him. Yes.
Okay. Or did you have a romantic relationship with him?
No.
Okay.
No, I did want that.
Okay.
But no, we didn't. I helped him with his children. He became my personal trainer.
How did you help him with his children?
If he needed me to pick them up, I picked them up for him and I got them food. But I'm not suing for that. I'm just suing for the loan that I lent him for his business.
Okay. So when does this loan come into being?
The end of September is when we discussed it, and he was initially asking for $10,000 to $15,000. I was like, I don't have $10,000 to $15,000, and I said, well, I can do $2,000. So October 5th is when he sent me the text message, when can I pick up that loan? And I brought it to his job.
Okay. And did you have to sign anything?
No.
And see that groan from my bailiff? That's never a good sign. Did you, how well did you know him?
I didn't know him that well.
But you wanted to.
I was interested in him, yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. So did that little investment get you what you wanted?
Well, I didn't give him money to get. I'm the type of person, if you're interested, you're interested. If you're not, you're not. And we talked about that. I tried to pursue him for a while because I felt like he was a good person, but I stopped when I felt like he wasn't
interested. Right, when he just wasn't that into you, you just stopped.
No, he tried to pursue me, but
if two people are trying to pursue each other, what's the roadblock?
He had a personal assistant who I think she was 19 or 20 years old. When I finally met her, I felt disgusted because she looked so young, and I said, why would I pursue a guy who had sex with this girl?
Oh, wait, you said it was a personal assistant.
Okay.
Okay, it's not a personal assistant. It's a girlfriend?
It was a personal assistant, but they had sexual relations with each other.
Okay.
So I was no longer interested. I work with children. I'm a psychologist.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
And how old is he?
34.
Okay. And how did you learn that he was romantically involved with his assistant?
He told me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Mr. Mayhew, over to you, sir. What's going on?
Well, when I did meet Miss Wonderful, because that's what she called herself every day, we met.
I like to call myself that every day. Okay.
We met while I was taking care of some business, and
what's some business?
We was actually out in Bay Plaza in the Bronx.
Okay.
And I felt like she took a liking to me right away. But
how did you meet?
We was across from each other in cars.
And you flirted from car to car?
Well, to be honest, I was listening to music very loud, and she told me you should turn that down. And it was kind of like, a way to break the ice. And then from that point, I told her that I'm a small business owner. And
at the light? You told her that?
No. We were in the parking lot.
Okay.
We were in the parking lot. And I told her what I do. I was a small business owner. I gave her a card. And then from there, we actually spoke. And then she said, maybe we should go out to get something to eat. We did it in the morning, so it wasn't a date. It was just basically like a business meeting.
plaintiff says she was pursuing the defendant until she found out he was involved with a 19-year-old. He's 34, his assistant. But the real question now, does the defendant owe the plaintiff some cash? Let's listen.
At that meeting, she told me that she's very interested in me, and either I'm going to be her husband, business partner, or we're going to start our own business. So at that time, I was a little, overwhelmed. Like, that's a lot. When you don't even know my real name, you already know what our future is going to be like.
What's your real name?
John. So from that point, I told her that I'm getting I'm a personal trainer. I was getting off the ground. I had a few clients, but at that time, she told me that she might be interested in that also. So as time went by, she told me that
Bold move. A guy you like, having him be your personal trainer, I don't think he's going to see me in that tight thing. Now, give me a few weeks, All right, go ahead.
Interested enough, I became her personal trainer.
You did?
Yes, and I had, at the time, she always made advances that, I want to kiss you, or I don't want to have sex with you, I want to make love to you, things like that. And at the time, I thought, if we're pursuing business, it's kind of hard to concentrate on these things if you want to be in a personal relationship. So I thought at the time, just being a guy, I figured she'd think that I would want to pursue, why not have a little something on the side while I'm making money, but I didn't think it would be good for
Did you
business.
make that clear to her?
I did make it clear.
Okay, but then you became her trainer anyway.
Well, she's very persuasive. That's what she does. She's a very outgoing person. So, if I call her and I say, my day is okay, she say, "What? Your day is wonderful. You're alive." And that's just not even so. After a couple of days of her,
I want her number.
Yeah. She's a wonderful person. I don't take that away.
So what happened?
So this is when things started getting interesting. She decided from when she found out about my personal assistant.
Okay, how did she find out about you?
I just told her. She was interested in knowing more about my life, and I just told her.
And why are you dating somebody half your age?
I'm not.
It's kind of gross.
Well, for one, I wasn't dating her. She was a personal assistant, and then we just happened to have some type of relation.
Okay.
But it wasn't even
Maybe it's just gross to me. Maybe it's not gross to you. I mean, she's a child.
Child?
Kind of, yeah. To you, she is. You could be her father.
I'm 34. She's 20.
That's right. And she's how old?
20.
No, okay. I thought you were 37. She was 19.
No.
Right.
Well,
Still gross. But anyway, go ahead. Not quite as gross.
Thanks.
And not to you. We're clear on that.
But it was really no relevance in her situation because I wasn't pursuing her. And,
all right, whatever. So now tell me about the $2,000.
Well, that came about when she decided that she wanted to do some business with me and want to start a company. And we started talking about, what she can do and, how she can implement certain things to the business and, what do I need? So I told her that a long-term plan, this is what I can use. This is what helped me.
What did you do? You put that in writing?
She doesn't have anything and I don't have anything.
Okay, except for she says that she has text. Let me see the text.
You want the phone?
I kind of want the phone. Do you have text?
Yes, I do.
Oh, let's see the text on your phone. So then you do have something. It's just not good for you, right?
I have the text
let's
messages
see. You
and
printed them out and
invoices
everything. That's helpful. Okay.
From the personal training.
From the personal training, not from the loan?
Well, no, not from the loan. Just saying that she was pursuing me, romantically. And that's when things just got mixed up.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you ever hook up with somebody you work with?
Never.
Why?
Because you're there, no matter what happens, you're stuck.
I get it. What if you're really into this person?
I don't know. They're always around. You've got to really, really like them.
Could you resist? If it were you, somebody you really, really were into?
I don't know. It'd be hard.
What do you think?
Nope, can't do it. That's a quick way to get fired, to be quite honest.
Well, no, suppose it's not a boss. Suppose it's just another employee.
Still wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't do it. Going inside the courtroom.
I had just got out of a horrible relationship.
I know, honey. I can tell. I miss you, Mr. Obama. I miss my president. What, you thought that he reminded you of the president?
We went to a few debates together. Speeches together, and he called me Michelle. I call him Obama.
I don't know if I ever said Michelle, but.
All right. Now, that's very interesting, but let me show you what she's got. Oh, and when can I pick up that loan? I wanted to see you before I went to work. LOL. Okay, dang, I have that session. Meet me real quick on Baychester at Citibank. Cash or bank check? Cash if you don't mind. It's late in the day. Whatever you prefer. Leaving the bank now. Cash is fine like you are. LOL. Don't know where I am. Call me. You're giving her directions to get there. Okay. So what part of this, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, and looks like a duck, why is it not a duck?
Well, because I feel like I was kind of bamboozled.
You were bamboozled.
Yeah, absolutely. I was being a good guy. Well,
normally I'd lean over and say, you were bamboozled, but you weren't. You're a smart woman. You saw something. You like what you saw. You didn't get suckered into anything. So she didn't get bamboozled. You certainly, what is she? She's a witch. You're a witch. She's a witch. That's what it is. She put her special power juju on you. And then there you were accepting a loan that you shouldn't have to pay back because she
wanted to pursue me personally. And
you know what? Get out of my courtroom. Don't be ridiculous. Okay. Why are you not like every other guy? Why? Because you think you're cuter than every other guy? This is ridiculous.
No,
it's a loan.
I mean, to be honest,
no, you're going to be honest now?
No, yeah. I was actually, when those days I personally trained her, she asked me to stay over. I actually slept in the same bed with her, but I didn't sleep with her because I didn't have that interest and I wasn't trying to pursue her like that.
That's just grand. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get points for doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, why was I supposed to do that?
Here's the last thing because you're supposed to be honorable. Here's the other thing you're supposed to do is pay back something when it's a loan. So pay the lady back $2,000 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
All right, hold that, hold on, please.
So the defendant comes out here. That was a loan. My man, here, turn this way and tell me what you think of the outcome of this.
I guess if she said that it's a loan, it's a loan.
You said it was.
Yeah, well, technically I mean, I guess it was in text message. I don't have it. But,
yeah.
You know.
Well, what was your defense was that I didn't have sex with her. That's not a good defense. That's not a good defense. That's not a winning defense.
Hey.
Are you still interested in her?
No, not at all.
Yeah? All right, head right down there. Okay. All right, come on in here. And satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, thank you.
You feel like you you didn't get taken advantage of because what did you see that you liked and what did you see that made you a little wary?
He was a good father figure, but when I saw that he was dating or having sex with a 20-year-old that looked like she could be the same age as his daughter, that turned me off.
Mm-hmm. You still think he's
Absolutely
cute when
not.
you look at him?
I don't
like
look at
Obama?
him. No, absolutely not.
All right, Harvey?
You know, it is a terrible idea to get involved with somebody you're working with because ultimately somebody probably is going to have to go if this thing blows up. And usually, look, the percentages of relationships are eventually most of them don't work out, especially when you count people who are just casually dating. It's too much of a risk. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.